Okay, guys, here we are in Arlington, Texas. Got my cowboy hat on. Had to get a new cowboy hat because we're in Texas. My old cowboy hat, we forgot it, and quite frankly, it's getting pretty beat up, I think, from all the goofing around in Halloween costumes with the kids and everything else over the last 20 years. So I went with the brown, saddle brown, instead of my black Bart that I had. So new addition, and that's how you can tell we're in Texas. So let's see, we started off, we left Kentucky 2 days ago and headed down to Memphis. I'll tell you, the weather was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough drive.
Tough drive. I think we did 500 miles. Terrible weather. And we went through Memphis and did a quick stop there and came all the way across. We're going to try to stop at Max Prairie Wings, but it was just, you know, hammer down. Just try to get west and get out of the weather. You know, thunder, lightning, heavy winds, all that stuff. So we got into Texarkana, stayed the night there. It was a good little campground.
Yeah, it was quick, easy on and off.
Quick and easy, on and off the highway. And our pipes did freeze a little bit, so we had to deal with that a little bit. No big deal. And then blasted over to Dallas yesterday morning, Arlington, in between Dallas and Fort Worth. And we're in a KOA here. And we spent last night here. It was fantastic. Did lots of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we got lots of pictures for you guys. Really cool. So that's about it. You know, incident report, you know, some little stuff, the water freezing, the little step going outside to when you go out the people door, the little magnet that tells the little computer switch that the step is either in or out. That fell off. I found that on the ground, luckily, because you can't drive when the step is fully extended. Dangerous. So the only way to get it back in mechanically is to take it all apart, and I've been there before and I did not want to do that. So we found that, got that going. What else? Bathroom light.
Yeah.
Little LED light in the bathroom blew out. No big whoops. We'll go find a new one of those on the road, and I'll get that replaced. But there's a skylight in the bathroom for now, so you can kind of see in there. It's not a big deal. But that's all the incidents we really had. It's been smooth sailing, hasn't it?
Yeah, so far so good.
So far so good. So we saw a lot of cool stuff, so we're not going to delay it. We're going to go right into the pictures and videos, and you guys can check out what we did the last couple of days. All right? All right. Check you later. Here we are leaving Kentucky. You can see the ice on the trees, but the roads were in great shape. Going past a John Deere store, common out here. Here we are pulling into Bass Pro Shops, the largest pyramid, I guess, in the U.S. You got me. Some of the inside of the Bass Pro Shops. Thought this was really cool, cute little ruddy duck they had in their pond. He was beautiful in full plumage. Some $8,000 shotguns for sale. There's Lizzie picking up a little dog toy for Kylo. Spoiled rotten. Here's a map showing all the Ducks Unlimited projects they have going on in the Delta region of the Mississippi River. Some of the tracking devices and bands and whatnot. One of the hand-loaded shells for the 1.5-inch diameter punt gun used during the market gunning days. And there's one of the handmade punt guns, just 1.5-inch diameter pipe. Very crude, but very effective. Some old Madison Mitchell decoys, really cool. A lot of history. One of the battery guns. 10 barrels all loaded up, deployed at once as they powered into a flock of birds, usually at night. Some old decoys. There's the Eider King himself next to a King Eider placard. Not too self-absorbed, is he? Some of the old calls, handmade calls, just beautiful works of art. There's Lizzie looking at the display. Fine examples of the duck calls. What a history. Beautiful decorative gadwall drake. I'm not sure who carved it, but it's beautiful. Old Mason decoy. Mason decoy factory. A lot of us hunters recognize these wildfowler decoys. Really beautiful. What a collection. Redhead from the Stevens factory in Weedsport, New York, really close to where we live. More decoys. At the top of the pyramid they had a little restaurant bar with some copper and tin artwork. It was really cool. Big fish tank in the middle, crappie and bass and panfish. Really neat. From the observation deck on the top of the pyramid, you had a commanding view of the Mississippi River. Here's a 5-wide barge going up the river. There's me and Lizzie taking it all in, trying to stay warm. A little panorama shot of the Mississippi. Muddy water. View of downtown Memphis. A lot of history here. And looking down that way is Graceland. That's where we were going to stay, and we chose not to. A view of the mighty Mississippi. Humongous river. Some more of that copper tin artwork. Beautiful. Back in the car, heading over the Mississippi, heading into Arkansas. The weather really got bad. We were going to stop in Stuttgart and check out Max Prairie Wings, but we decided not to. And finally the weather broke as we're pulling into Texas. We ended up staying in Texarkana. Nice little RV place right off the highway. It was very easy. We were treated to a real nice sunset, so that made us feel pretty good. Long drive. There's Kylo with one of her toys that she got at Bass Pro Shops in Memphis. She was really happy. Heading out the next morning, blue skies made us happy, lifted our spirits quite a bit. Flag at half-mast. Jimmy Carter filling up the rig. There we are. Boy, I had a heck of a time in this gas station. We were getting low on fuel, and I had no choice but to pull in there real tight. There's Lizzie working away. That's our routine. We drive in the morning, she works, and works a little bit in the afternoon, and we do a little excursion, and then she finishes up her day at night. She works real hard. Pulling into our KOA in Arlington, Texas. Everything's gated, very secure, lots of security in all of these places we stay, so feels good. Typical campground, you know, little fire pit, little place to sit, gas grill, plenty of parking, full hookups. It's a good deal. It's cheap. After Lizzie got done work, we went over to the Fort Worth stockyards. Always wanted to see this place. Lots of incredible history here. Really neat. Liz and I getting a selfie. The weather was a little bit better. Still chilly. This marks the Chisholm Trail running north and south. A lot of the cattle drives took place along the Chisholm Trail. So much history. There's Lizzie. She's got to get a pair of cowboy boots, of course. And she was happy because we stopped and got something to eat right there in the stockyards. Another view of the main brick-lined street in the stockyard area there in Fort Worth. Really cool. 20-ton scale. I thought that was amazing. They must have weighed a lot of cows with that. Book. Native American, the Navajo Code Talkers. I think the last one just passed away recently. I'm not sure. It's all Comanche area when a lot of this stuff was going on. A lot of battles, skirmishes. Armor and swift canning took place here. A lot of meat processing was done here up until about 20 years ago. Dancing dress was made out of the pull tabs from some of the tin cans that the meat was packed in. Made a sound when you jiggled around. Pretty cool. Handmade. And different cuts of beef. And meat packing that took place here. Armor and swift. Lots of cattle. Some of the pens, aerial view, photograph. A lot went on here. Cool map of some of the wagon trails. The drovers and the chuck wagons and the flank men and all that stuff. Up and down through all these areas. And then the railroad came. Kind of changed everything quite a bit. So did refrigeration. And there's Lizzie getting into her Longhorn adorned Cadillac Eldorado. Sweet car. There's one of the Longhorns in the pen. Beautiful animals. Livestock exchange. There was a Longhorn steer, or bull, I guess. His name was Big Mac. That made me laugh because that's my dad's nickname. Later on, you might get to see Big Mac. Picture of John. One of the stockyards. It's where they did all the auctions. Right there. Some of the Longhorns in the pen. Big animals. Beautiful animals. There you go. There's Big Mac. What'd you think, Liz?
I love it.
Was that cool?
Yeah, that's cute.
More of the steers coming down. They must be steers. I can't see these being bulls and being this tame. They have to be steers, but they're really cool. Cowboy. Part of the show. It's all a show. Nothing active is going on here at this point. But 10 feet wide, tip to tip on the horns. Sunlight was hitting them just perfect. It was really pretty. Chilly, about 30 degrees. Didn't stop people from coming out though. It was cool. Had a real great day. Finished it off here. It was nice. Lizzie got all her work done. Most of it anyway. Do some more tonight. So we headed over to Dallas. Check that out. There it is. That's where Lee Harvey Oswald took his shot in the book depository building right here off of Elm Street. It was very interesting to be here, right where it happened. There's the grassy knoll. Quite a bit to take in. Placard talked about the incident. Terrible. A map kind of showing the lay of the land, Neely Plaza and whatnot. X marks the spot sort of thing. Here we are, guys, where JFK was assassinated. Up in that window right there is where the shots were fired. Right here on Elm Street, and that X on the car is where he was hit. That distance is probably, in my estimation, about 50 yards tops. This is Neely Plaza. Sorry, it's a little loud, a lot of traffic. And if you look across the way, that's the grassy knoll. If you're into the conspiracy theories and CIA and all that stuff. But that's probably about 100 yards. So to me, that would be a much more difficult shot. But anyway, here's the X in the road where JFK was shot. So we're cruising around Dallas, having a good time, checking out some stuff. We're going to try to get up in that tower right there. We'll see what happens. Parking, of course, is an issue, and walking around is an issue. There's Lizzie, trying to stay warm. Unseasonably cold here in Dallas, but that's the book depository behind these trees, and this is where it happened. So that's that. Flags at half-staff for Jimmy Carter. Talk to you later. The statue of George Dealey, newspaperman in Dallas. Dealey Plaza. And there's Liz. Over her right shoulder is the window where Lee Harvey Oswald took his shot. A little placard, some excerpts from the speech that JFK was supposed to deliver that day. Pretty powerful stuff. Quick little selfie in front of the tower. We made it. Ended up getting up there. Really cool. Union Tower. Elevator up there. Nice views of downtown Dallas at night. Of course, all the green lights. We're all familiar with that. All these buildings. Pegasus on Omni Hotel, I believe. Really cool. Picture of Lizzie, Dallas in the background. Another Pegasus at the entryway to the Omni. Some sculpture of some Christmas bulbs. That was really pretty. I-35 heading north. Kind of symbolic of today's wagon trail. Bridges going over the Trinity River. Dallas. Architectural marvels, really. Names of the bridges: Margaret McDermott, Margaret Hunt Hill. The zoomed in view of the Fort Worth skyline. That's where we were yesterday. About a half an hour drive. Kind of a cool shot. Big intersection, I-35. Running north-south and I-30 east-west. There's a lot of highways there. It's laid out pretty nice. Little Lizzie's Jeep down in the parking lot. Thing was great. I must have really liked that Pegasus. It was pretty neat. Mobile. There's the eye, sculpture of the eye. And you guys tell me who's prettier. Who's got a prettier eyeball, Lizzie or the eye itself? On the way back to the RV, our home away from home, we went through Cedar Hill State Park. The only wildlife I ended up seeing was this Merlin kestrel. He was cool. He hung out there for me. We drove around, took some pictures of the Joe Pool Lake. Probably man-made. It was cool. We kept saying next time we come through, we should stay here. Very, very peaceful place. Tons of walking trails. It was just too cold for us to get out of the car, but we really liked it. And it's close to everything. Spot number 2, looking for some cowboy boots for Lizzie. We were successful in this store, and I was able to get a new cowboy hat. So that was a win-win for both of us. And of course, we finished off the day with a real nice meal at this Italian restaurant. It was fantastic. But we hope you like the pictures, folks. We're heading west and on to some more adventures. Everybody have a great night and make tomorrow the best day of your life.